We all knows that the chemistry plays an important role to improve the quality of our life. Because of the increase in human population and the industrial revolution, energy crisis and pollutions are the major global problems in this 21st century. To minimize the problems of energy crisis and the pollution, we have to adapt green chemistry. The concept of green chemistry was coined by Paul T. Anastas. Green chemistry is the use of chemistry for pollution prevention by environmentally conscious design of chemical products and the process that reduce or eliminate the use or generation of hazardous substance. मतलब हम ऐसी केमिस्ट्री यूज करेंगे जहाँ पर पॉल्यूशन क्रिएट ना हो. वी हैव टू प्रिवेंट द पॉल्यूशन. So how we can prevent this pollution? We have to design the products which are environment friendly. And we have to develop the process of chemical reaction that reduce or that eliminate the use or generation of hazardous substance. या तो हम harmful substance use ही ना करें या तो हम produce ना करें harmful substance. We have to think about the environment before we are doing any reactions. To reduce the impact of the energy crisis, pollution and to save our natural resources, we have 12 principles of the green chemistry which have to be implemented. Sustainable development is the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. Sustainable development means we have to keep in mind our future generation. हम जो भी चीज़ करें, हम जो भी चीज़ सब्सटेंस यूज़ कर रहे हैं, फ्यूचर जनरेशन पे उसका इफेक्ट नहीं होना चाहिए. नाउ वी विल सी अबाउट द 12 प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ द ग्रीन केमिस्ट्री. The 12 principles are prevention of waste or byproducts, atom economy, less hazardous chemical synthesis, designing safer chemicals, use safer solvent and auxiliaries, design for energy efficiency, use of renewable feedstocks, use of catalysis, reduce derivatives, design for degradation, real-time analysis for pollution prevention, safer chemistry for accident prevention. So first one is prevention of waste or byproducts. To give priorities for the prevention of waste rather than cleaning up and treating waste after it has been created. Principle says that better है कि हम waste produce ही ना करें. नहीं तो waste produce होगा, उसको clean करेंगे, उसको treat करेंगे, तो better है कि waste ही produce ना हो हमारे reaction में. In terms of zero waste technology, waste product should be zero or minimum. It also aims to use the waste product of one system as a raw material for the other system. So suppose waste products बन रहा है एक reaction में, so दूसरे reaction में हम वो waste products को as a raw material use कर सकते हैं. For example, bottom ash of thermal power station can be used as a raw material for cement and brick industries. The second example is effluent coming out from cleansing of machinery parts may be used as a coolant water in thermal power station. The second principle is atom economy. Good atom economy means most of the atoms of the reactants are incorporated in the desired product and only a small amount of unwanted byproducts are formed. And hence lesser problem of waste disposal. पूरा रिएक्शन अगर प्रोडक्ट्स में कन्वर्ट हो जाए तो सोचो कितना अच्छा है, वेस्ट ही नहीं बनेगा उसमें. गुड एटम इकोनॉमी हम उसको बोलते हैं जहाँ पर ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा रिएक्टेंट प्रोडक्ट्स में कन्वर्ट्स हो जाता है. एंड दैट्स व्हाई द वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स विल बी लेस देन. परसेंटेज एटम इकोनॉमी कैन बी कैलकुलेटेड एज formula weight of desired product divided by sum of the formula weight of all the reactants used in the reaction into 100. You will get the percent atom economy. If percent atom economy is 100, it means all the reactants are converted into product. See the example of the conversion of butane-1-ol to 1-bromobutane. So when butane-1-ol is treated with NaBr and H2SO4, we get 1-bromobutane, but the side products are also formed here, which is sodium bisulfate and water. So how you will calculate the percent atom economy here? In the numerator you have to write the mass of the product only. Our main product is 1-bromobutane. सो मास ऑफ 1 ब्रोमोब्यूटेन सिर्फ लिखना है तुमको, डिवाइड बाय मास ऑफ ऑल द रिएक्टेंट्स. इट मीन्स मास ऑफ द ब्यूटेन 1-ol प्लस मास ऑफ NaBr as well as mass of H2SO4. So in 1 bromobutane we are having 4 carbon plus 9 hydrogen plus 1 Br. Mass of carbon is 12, mass of hydrogen is 1 and mass of Br is 80. In the reactant we are having 4 carbon, total number of hydrogens are 12. H2SO4 में भी 2 H है, उसको भी लोगे, plus total O we are having 5. 4O is from H2SO4 and 1O is in alcohol, plus 1 Br we are having, plus 1 Na we are having, 1 S we are having. ऑक्सीजन का मास होता है 16, Br is 80, Na का मास है 23, S का मास है 32. When you will calculate it, you will get the answer 49.81%. So here the percent atom economy is 49.81. The third principle is less hazardous chemical synthesis. Chemical reactions and synthesis route should be as safe as possible so that we can avoid the formation of hazardous waste from the chemical process. हमारा chemical reaction या तो route of the chemical reaction safe होना चाहिए, जहाँ पर hazardous waste form नहीं होना चाहिए. Earlier DDT, that is dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane, which was used as a insecticides and hence controls the disease like typhoids and malaria. It was realized later that DDT is harmful to living being. So nowadays benzene hexachloride is used as a insecticides. तो अब हम DDT नहीं BHC यूज करते हैं because DDT is harmful for us. That's why अब हम BHC यूज करते हैं जो हार्मफुल नहीं है. The gamma isomer of BHC we are using nowadays as a insecticides. That gamma isomer of BHC is also known as gamexane or lindane. The fourth principle is designing safer chemicals. This principle is similar to the previous one, to develop products that are less toxic or which require less toxic रॉ मटेरियल्स. हम ऐसा प्रोडक्ट्स फॉर्म करेंगे जो कि लेस टॉक्सिक हो, या तो जो रिएक्शन में टॉक्सिक रॉ मटेरियल यूज ना होता हो. इन द केमिकल इंडस्ट्रीज वर्कर्स आर एक्सपोज टू टॉक्सिक एनवायरनमेंट. सोचो जो वर्कर वर्क करते हैं इंडस्ट्री में, वो कितना फेस करते होंगे टॉक्सिक एनवायरनमेंट. सो इन ऑर्डर टू प्रिवेंट द वर्कर फ्रॉम एक्सपोजर टू टॉक्सिसिटी वी शुड थिंक ऑफ डिजाइनिंग द सेफर केमिकल्स. For example, adipic acid, which is used in the polymer industry. Adipic acid is used to prepare nylon 6,6. So ये adipic acid को बनाते कैसे है? Actually, benzene is used as a starting material for the synthesis of adipic acid. But the benzene is carcinogenic. Benzene causes cancer. And benzene being the volatile organic compound pollutes air. So इसीलिए better है कि हम benzene को ना लें as a starting material. So in the green technology which is developed by Drath and Frost, adipic acid is enzymatically synthesized from glucose. When glucose is treated with enzyme, we get adipic acid. The fifth principle is use of safer solvent and auxiliaries. Auxiliaries means it is a solvent or it is a supporting chemicals. They are not the reagent. वो chemical reaction में part नहीं लेता है. They just support the reaction. So we have to choose the safer solvent for any reaction. Minimize the total amount of solvent and auxiliary substance used, as they make up the large percentage of the waste. अगर हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा solvent use करेंगे, after the completion of the reaction we have to throw that solvent. So again waste will be created. तो बेटर है कि हम थोड़ा सॉल्वेंट यूज करें, सेफर सॉल्वेंट यूज करें. सो द मेन एम बिहाइंड दिस प्रिंसिपल इज टू यूज ग्रीन सॉल्वेंट. ग्रीन सॉल्वेंट, द सॉल्वेंट विच इज एनवायरमेंट फ्रेंडली. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वाटर, सुपर क्रिटिकल CO2 मीन्स लिक्विड स्टेट ऑफ CO2 in place of volatile halogenated organic solvent like dichloromethane, trichloromethane, tetrachloromethane, जो कि एज अ सॉल्वेंट मोस्टली यूज होता है, हेलोजिनेटेड सॉल्वेंट. तो उसकी जगह बेटर है कि हम वाटर यूज करें और सुपर क्रिटिकल CO2 यूज करें. वाटर इज अ सेफ बिनाइन सॉल्वेंट, दैट इज हार्मलेस सॉल्वेंट while dichloromethane is hazardous solvent. We use many solvent in the high volumes, and many solvents are organic volatile solvent. Their use creates a large amount of waste, air pollution and other health impacts. So we have to find the safer, more efficient alternatives. और removing solvent altogether, better है कि हम solvent use ही ना करें, is one of the best ways to improve a process or products. The sixth principle is design for energy efficiency. Chemical synthesis should be designed to minimize the use of energy. केमिकल रिएक्शन हम कुछ ऐसा करें कि एनर्जी हमको ना यूज करना पड़े ज्यादा. इट इज बेटर टू मिनिमाइज द एनर्जी बाय कैरिंग आउट द रिएक्शन एट द रूम टेम्परेचर एंड प्रेशर. If we are carrying out the reaction at room temperature and pressure, so more energy will not be required there. How this can be achieved? This can be achieved by the use of proper catalyst, use of microorganisms for organic synthesis, or use of renewable material. The biocatalyst can work at the ambient condition. Ambient condition means normal condition at the room temperature and pressure. Refluxing condition requires less energy. Refluxing system means we are heating the reaction for a specific amount of time only, where the vapors are condensed and are returned back to the system. Improving the technology of heating system. Use of microwave heatings. The seventh principle is use of renewable feedstocks. That is use of renewable raw materials. The perspective of this principle is towards petrochemicals. Use chemicals which are made from renewable source rather than other source. Means we have to use the chemicals which are plant based rather than crude oil types chemical. Over exploitation of non renewable feedstocks will deplete the resource. Of course अगर हम non renewable raw material use करेंगे तो वो resource को deplete कर देगा. Raw material खत्म हो जाएंगे जो कि million of years लगते हैं उनको बनने में. And future generation will be deprived of that. Future generation को वो नहीं मिल पाएगा. On the other hand, use of renewable resource, for example, agricultural or biological products, ensure the sharing of the resource for future generation. अगर हम plant based material use करते हैं तो future generation को कुछ भी effect नहीं होगा, because plants are renewable. This practice generally does not put any burden on the environment. If we are using plant based raw material, the waste which are formed, the products which are formed here will be biodegradable, जो नेचर में अपने आप खत्म हो जाएंगे. एनवायरमेंट पे कुछ बर्डन ही नहीं होगा उसका. The eighth principle is reduce derivatives or minimization of steps. The commonly used technique in the organic synthesis is the use of protecting or blocking group. Mostly organic reaction हम ऐसा करते हैं जहाँ पर हम प्रोटेक्टिंग ग्रुप लगा देते हैं, ब्लॉकिंग ग्रुप लगा देते हैं रिएक्शन में, और फिर वी हैव टू रिमूव दैट ब्लॉकिंग ग्रुप्स फ्रॉम द रिएक्शन. तो इसमें ना हमको बहुत सारे रिएजेंट यूज करना पड़ता है. इन दिस प्रोसेस वेरियस वेस्ट आर फॉर्म्ड. सो बेटर है कि हम ऐसी चीज ना करें. वी हैव टू मिनिमाइज दिस, वी हैव टू अवॉइड दिस. इन ऑर्गेनिक सिंथेसिस वी नीड वेरी ऑफन प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ सम फंक्शनल ग्रुप. फाइनली वी अगेन नीड्स देयर डी प्रोटेक्शन. फिर हमको उनको निकालना पड़ता है. एक बार प्रोटेक्शन किए, रिएक्शन होने के बाद वो प्रोटेक्शन हमको निकालना पड़ता है. इन सच केस द एटम इकोनॉमी इज ऑल्सो लेस, बिकॉज हियर वेरियस साइड प्रोडक्ट्स आर फॉर्म्ड एंड दैट्स व्हाई द एटम इकोनॉमी विल बी लेस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, व्हेन मेटा हाइड्रोक्सी बेंजाल्डिहाइड is treated with benzyl chloride. Benzyl chloride acts as a protecting group here. OH group is protected here. हमको reaction CHO पे करना है, OH पे नहीं करना है. That's why we have to protect this OH group. In the place of H we get benzyl group, CH2 C6H5. We are doing oxidation now. Main reaction we are doing now. Aldehyde get converted into acid by oxidation. Our reaction gets completed here. But now we have to do the deep protection. जो हम OH का protection किए थे अब निकाल दो, because we have completed the reaction and OH is regenerated here. So various reagent and various waste are formed in these reactions. The ninth principle is use of catalysis. Use of catalyst in the chemical reaction speed up the reaction. We knows this thing that the catalyst speed up the reaction. Catalyst helps to increase selectivity. कैटलिस्ट पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट बनाना चाहता है तो सेलेक्टिविटी वो इंक्रीज करता है, वेस्ट कम से कम बनता है वहां पर, मिनिमाइज वेस्ट and reduce reaction times and energy demand. We will use the catalyst now, energy required will be less, the time required will be less, the waste formed will be less. Example, in the hydrogenation of oil we need nickel as a catalyst. In the Haber's process of manufacturing of ammonia we need Fe, iron, as a catalyst. Manufacture of HDPE, that is high density polythene, we need Ziegler-Natta catalyst, that is titanium tetrachloride and triethyl aluminium. Manufacture of H2SO4 by contact process, we need vanadium pentaoxides V2O5 as a catalyst. Synthesis of gasoline by FT process, that is Fischer-Tropsch process, we can use cobalt or iron based catalyst. The 10th principle is design for degradation. Design chemical that degrade and can be discarded easily. हम ऐसा केमिकल्स प्रिपेयर करें कि वो इजीली डिग्रेड हो जाए नेचर में एक्यूमुलेट ना हो. हम उसको अगर थ्रो करेंगे तो वो अपने आप खत्म हो जाए. Ensure that both chemicals and their degradation products are non-toxic, bioaccumulative और environmentally persistent. मीन्स एनवायरमेंट में वो बहुत दिन तक ना रहे, वो नेचर में अपने आप खत्म हो जाए. The aim behind this principle is that the waste product should degrade automatically to clean the environment. Thus, the biodegradable polymers and pesticides are always preferred. Biodegradable polymers या तो biodegradable pesticides हम यूज करें ताकि वो नेचर में अपने आप खत्म हो जाए. The 11th principle is real-time analysis for pollution prevention. Analytical methods needs to be further developed to allow for real-time in-process monitoring and control prior to the formation of hazardous substance. Whenever we are doing any chemical reactions, we have to keep an eye on the reaction कि कोई harmful substance ना बन जाए, so that we can monitor, we can control the reaction. Like windows and rear views mirror provides the driver with the means to monitor their surrounding in real time and allows them to react and adjust. This is exactly the idea behind this principle. How the driver of the car adjusts the car according to the surrounding, वैसे ही हमको भी रिएक्शन को कंट्रोल करना होगा कि कोई हजार्डस सब्सटेंस ना फॉर्म हो जाए. Analytical methodologies should be developed or modified so that continuous monitoring of the manufacturing and processing unit is possible. The 12th principle is safer chemistry for accident prevention. We need to develop the chemical process that are safer and minimize the risk of accident. हम केमिकल प्रोसेस को कुछ ऐसा डेवलप करें कि वो सेफ हो, जिसकी वजह से एक्सीडेंट ना हो, फायर वगैरह, एक्सप्लोजन वगैरह ना हो. The substance to be used in the chemical reaction should be selected in such a way that they can minimize the occurrence of the chemical accident, explosion, fire or emission. Example, if the chemical process works with a gaseous substance, then the possibilities of accident including explosion is relatively higher compared to the system working with non-volatile liquid and solid substance. जब हम गैशियस सब्सटेंस यूज करते हैं ना फॉर द रिएक्शन, तो वहां पर ज्यादा रिस्क होता है, वहां पर ज्यादा एक्सप्लोजन का डर होता है एज कंपेयर टू द रिएक्शन कैरिड आउट विथ लिक्विड्स एंड सॉलिड्स.